Screw that shit up. Well, good morning. Salute. Ow! Gotta get the coffee going. Give me a minute, please, huh? Relax, give me a minute. Coffee's brewing. Tim Hortons, Canadian, eh? Cut back, Sasha. Nice cut back. Ow! Get up! Get fucking amplified! Give me fire emojis. Come on, man. Get amplified. Where's the fire? Come on. I need to know you guys are lit up. There you go, Gregory. There you go, Trev. There you go, Jared. Eric, pile driver's in the house. Marie. Fire! I want fire! I want you to get amplified! Raw sucks! Good shit. Oh, there's all the fun. Damn! Get up! Cut that shit, Sasha. Cut that shit. Yes! I need to know you motherfuckers are amped! My amp unit better be fired up. Damn, we already hit over 100 on the ups. I just look, we didn't even start yet. You guys are fucking savages, man. Amplified unit, the best, man. The 3 live streams collectively, we're headed towards 60,000 views, man. That's all you guys. Well, it's fucking PC. But that's the power of the amplified unit, bro. 60,000. Just 3 streams combined. That's fucking incredible. I was the little ECW channel. I wasn't supposed to get anywhere. They didn't count on a badass, amped up some bitchin' unit. They didn't think that was gonna happen. They didn't think we were gonna take over the YWC. But we did. Damn motherfucking right we did. We are number 1 in this bitch now. 'Cause I said so. 'Cause can't nobody do anything about it. 'Cause they ain't as amped. Yeah. Alright. Let's calm it down just for a second, man. We gotta get to business, man. I spent a fucking week out of this last month away on other business. Newsflash, I don't do this as a job. I know if you watch other people in the community, this is like their whole career. Yelling about wrestling. But BC's got a lot of other things, so I had to take a whole nother week off for traveling and business, and you guys still help make this one of the best months ever on the channel. I missed 1/4 of the fucking month, and you guys help make this one of the best fucking ever, bro. All the numbers in the analytics are through the fucking charts, bro. That is the power of the amplified unit, dude. So, as a thank you, I'm gonna do a good, the bad, and the ugly of Monday Night Raw, man. We had such a blast for nearly 5 hours on Sunday night for AEW Double or Nothing. A 5-hour stream. It was wild. We're blowing out mics. The batteries are running short. Amp unit was on fire. It was fucking incredible, bro. What a stream that was for Double or Nothing AEW. So, I'm going to give you guys a bonus. Now, I can't say that was really positive. There was a lot of good on that pay-per-view. If you guys are looking for a positive, good, the bad, and the ugly, you may have came to the wrong son of a bitch in place, because I can't tell you there's going to be that many goods. There's definitely one. I think you guys know what that's going to be. We'll get to that later. Something tells me there's a lot of bads and even uglies in our future for the next hour and a half. But if you're new to the channel, which we did have nearly 376, not nearly, that's the exact number, 376 over the last 3 days. Well, if you're one of the new subscribers, what we do here is the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'm going to go over every segment of this show, and every segment is going to go in one of these columns. It's going to get a tally. Now, you want to stay away from the ugly column, because if you go there, at the end of this stream, we're going to cross off every ugly. It's going to turn into 2 bads. So that's going to drastically weigh the outcome, if this is a good or a bad show. I think you guys pretty much know where this is headed anyway. But you want to stay away from the ugly, and that's kind of laughable when we're talking about Monday Night Raw. But that's the rules. Usually we do this only for pay-per-views. I've done this once before for a Monday Night Raw a couple years ago, and it was not a good outcome. So we're hoping that it's a little better. Again, that could be laughable. But we got the good, the bad, and the ugly, man. We're going to do this as a thank you to you guys, man, because we just rocked out the month of May when I missed an entire week, 1/4. And you guys still said, we don't fucking care, dude. We got you, BC. We got you, BC. So, before we get going, by the way, man. Oh, and by the way, dude, let me make my coffee. And by the way, Becky Lynch apologized to Chris Jericho, kind of. She said no heat. She did steal the wizard line last night. She said, I'm a wizard. Then she quickly changed it, though. She then said, I'm a magician. I took the title from Bianca Belair in 26 seconds. And then she went to social and said no heat. So I know a lot of people are giving Becky a lot of heat, man. She's not a wizard, too. Jericho's the wizard. She's going to be a magician. Everybody's got their titles in order. Let me put my magic potion in. Speaking of wizards and magicians, man, I got to put my potion in my coffee. Watch this shit change colors. I love this. Wow. Look at that shit, man. Oh, magic potion. Before I start the Raw review as well, man, there was a couple of... I love Jericho, man. Because I'm a wizard! You just made the list! Try hitting that octane this early in the morning. Because I'm a wizard! But what I did last night, man... Oh, look at that potion, bro. Fuck yeah. I'm starting with a Tim Hortons coffee today. Last stream, there were so many fucking supers and badass fucking combo going on in the chat that I missed a couple of supers, man. So before I start anything, I have to go over and give a shout out to those supers because my VIPs come first and foremost. So, give me a second. I'm in no fucking rush. You guys can come back at any time, man. We're gonna be here for at least another hour, I believe. Come back every other segment, see how we're doing, man. First of all, let me give a salute to my amp unit. Salute! From the amplified man to his amplified unit. Salute. Yeah. Yep, that'll hit the spot. All right. Let me go over to my fucking VIPs from Sunday night, AEW Double or Nothing, man. There was a couple that I missed, and there ain't no way that I ain't going to give you guys a shout-out. So I want to send a shout-out over to Joey's Adventures, who left a super on Sunday that I missed, 5-spot. Do you think AEW overstacked this card with matches? Yes, I think everybody knows that. Even the diehard AEW fans knows that that pay-per-view was stacked too much to the point where a lot of it could have been left off, and you could have even given more time to other matches, but they pulled it off. We didn't crown a new champion till well after midnight, but they pulled it off. It was still a good pay-per-view, but in the future, I would like a few less matches. I think that would be more fitting for the matches that deserve way more attention. So Joey's Adventures, I think we all think it was just a little too stacked, man. Prime Killer with a 2-spot said, who will Punk's first defense be? I think we all have a couple of names that we know are going to be first, but I'm going to give you guys a curveball. I would say Malachi Black, because I think that would be a good feud. On the mic, Malachi can hold his own, and I think Malachi and CM Punk, the psychological warfare in their promos would be fucking epic. And then, of course, you can get matches along the way. The cronies, basically. You could have a good match like CM Punk versus Murphy. I think that would be pretty cool. But I think Malachi and Punk would be my first one. But they're not going to do that, I don't believe. Flips1, 199 says, what's up, BC? What up, Flips1? Again, this was from Sunday night, so Flips, when you catch this, all apologies I couldn't get this on Sunday. What up, BC? Much love, bro. Have a great night. We rocked it out Sunday night, dude. So flips one. We're going to have a great morning day right now for the Raw, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. How's that, dude? So flips one. I appreciate that. And by the way, man, Dave Mealy, before we even went live today, Dave, one of my tried and true, is always there supporting. Dave actually had a super $4.99 or earlier, or maybe this was last night, I believe, when I put the teaser up. Dave says, I'll probably be at work when you go live, but I had to stop by, smash that up button, and drop you a coffee. Much love to the AMP unit. Red team, go! Dave, always appreciate the support, man. Never needed, always appreciated. So, Dave, if you're at work right now, keep fucking rocking, dude. Smash out everybody, make the bosses know you are the tribal chief of that place. Ain't nobody beating you for the title of number one dude. Wherever your job is, whatever you do, make sure everybody else is a jobber and you're the fucking champ. Dave Mealy, I appreciate it. And I think, you know what? Somebody just came in a few minutes ago with a super I saw. Hold on. It's got to be one of my tried and trues, I would think. Oh, a couple of people. Hold on. We'll get to the Raw review. Hold on. I want to give some VIP shout-outs, man. Christopher Blackshear. What up, my man? $4.99. I opted not to watch last night and instead played Crash Bandicoot 2. That actually sounds like a way better time, dude. I don't even play games. I knew I made a wise decision. That was a go-home show. Give this show plenty of uglies, BC. Christopher, I don't think you gotta worry. I think there's gonna be plenty of uglies. I'm not even gonna try to rip it apart. I'm just gonna call this fair down the middle. And this show was a go-home show, as you said, Christopher. And it was... it was the opposite of feeling like a go-home show, but I think we say that every fucking go-home show for Raw. Christopher, you're much better off playing Crash Bandicoot, bro. James McCoon with a 5 spot says, BC, I made a live review. Red team, go! James, you made it, dude. It's going to be a little lengthy. It's going to be over an hour, most likely, especially as I take my time, drink coffee, and talk to you guys, but... keep on coming back and forth if you can't spend the whole hour, 2 hours on the stream, James. I'm just happy you're up in here, man. Glad you caught it. Much love and respect. Osea Weidman, one of my faves up in this bitch, $9.99. I'm ready to rock out with BC and the AMP unit. That's what I want to hear, Osea Weidman. We gonna rock out like nobody does in this fucking community, because ain't nobody as amplified. We got our thinking caps on, and we're gonna rock this fucking card. The good, the bad, and the ugly style. And Danny Green, dog. Danny Green, what up, my man? Good to see Danny up in here. It's been a minute. Apart from the stuff going on with Sasha and Naomi, what have I missed? I suspect not a lot, apart from saving me from nonsensical booking and 98 fruit roll-ups. Well, Danny Green, I wish I could say you came back to something a little better, but you're coming back to the same thing, 98 fruit roll-ups and nonsensical booking. So I ain't got any fucking better. I ain't got anything better for you, Danny Green. We're about to go over a Monday Night Raw. You're probably like Christopher, better off playing Crash Bandicoot. Fleck Guapo, 2 spot. What up, Fleck? Raw was trash as fuck. Smoking was better. I can't go into depth on that, Fleck. The tube won't appreciate it. But I agree with you. Fleck Guapo, I appreciate it, man. You guys are fired up, dude. Hold on. Before I start off, I got to give a shout out over to Carlos Ray with that 10 spot. Carlos, always good seeing you up here. And I know I sound like a broken record, Carlos, but I hope everything is good, man. I hope you're rocking out. BC, check out what Tony had to say about having a 5-hour pay-per-view on Elite's site. It was really a surprise. I saw a few statements that he made, and it doesn't look like he's actually backing down from that format. I also saw him, Carlos, flip out about CM Punk. Somebody asked about if CM Punk was the biggest financial flop in AEW history, which is only short-lived, 3 years. And Tony Khan flipped the fuck out. Now, half of me loves the amplified nature, right? That's kind of why we love Tony Khan. He's very just off the cuff. There's not really scripted nature in him. You're going to get pretty real. The other half, you do have to play the part of CEO. You do have to play the part of company leader, because you're leading hundreds of people, over 100 wrestlers, and 100 plus suits and ties and ring crew. You're the leader. If you start flipping out like that in a press conference, even though it's a mock press conference. I mean, it's a wrestling media scrum, let's be honest. I love how they send over some YouTubers and shit, and they act like they're media. Media scrum. It's fucking YouTubers that can't fucking lace my fucking shoes. But they go over there and they get these fucking quotes, and Tony Khan's flipping the fuck out. And I'm kind of like, dude, hold on. Like, I love the passion. I love when people are amplified. But, I mean, people are... Watch, guys, here's a classic point. Don't take BC's word for it. That's fine. Go watch the clip afterwards, obviously. But you'll see CM Punk and Tony Khan. Tony Khan's flipping out about CM Punk as a financial success. Watch CM Punk's face. CM Punk is like, dude, you need to, lay off the fucking Coke or whatever, lay off the coffee. People are like, CM Punk was uncomfortable. And that's what I mean. Your wrestlers, your people are looking at you and going, dude, we can't be more mature than you. Like, the wrestlers should not be more mature. It's like BC says, I should not be cutting better promos than the roster, but I am. I should not have bigger fucking muscles than a lot of the wrestlers, but I do. I shouldn't be more amplified than a lot of the wrestlers, but I am, right? Well, if you're an owner, you shouldn't be more immature than the wrestlers, right? And Tony Khan has to relax, man. I love the passion. I love the amplification. But you have to control yourself in those type of environments. This dude's dropping F-bombs, freaking out. CM Punk is uncomfortable. Poor Punk has to say at the end, Punk actually has to say, enough with that, enough, let's move on. And Tony Khan has to say, you're right, that just gets me fired up, I'm sorry. It should be the other way around, guys. And Tony Khan does this all the time on social media, too. So again, I love the passion in Tony Khan, but bro, you have to be a leader. And I know that sucks because that means sometimes you have to kind of tone it down. But you have to be that leader, man. CM Punk was so uncomfortable at that media scrum when Tony Khan was flipping out. It was hard to watch for BC. It was hard to watch CM Punk that uncomfortable. And on social media, Tony Khan says so much wild shit that he puts his wrestlers in hard predicaments. And we've seen many times where his roster actually has to kind of make fun of him because they're getting shade thrown at him. I mean, when you say things like, we're going to beat SmackDown this week, well, on one hand, you're like, great, he's a competitor. On the other hand, you're kind of like, dude, tone it down, bro. You're still, at that point, only 2 years old. You're not going to beat SmackDown. And then he just says wild shit that's always throwing his wrestlers under the bus a little bit and making them answer for his craziness. That's the shit that has to stop. So anyway, Carlos, I did see some comments, but I'm going to do some more Tony Khan fucking pinging whenever I get a chance. Because this dude loves to fucking talk, Carlos. Appreciate it, man. Let me make sure I got everybody before I start the... oh no, Mr. Rogers, 10 spot. Mr. Rogers. All matches are literally raw. I love the Green Bay helmet, by the way, dude. Can't wait for the next season. All matches are literally Raw matches for Hell in a Cell, and somehow this Raw couldn't even properly hype it for Sunday. Only match I'm looking forward to is Cody versus Seth. Mr. Rogers, you brought up a great point. I didn't even bring this up, man. If you guys look at the Hell in a Cell card, it's all Monday Night Raw. I think the Usos might be the only representation of SmackDown. There's not really a brand split anymore anyway. Vince has pretty much abolished it. But if you are going to make believe that there's a brand split, this is a full Raw show only. This reminds me, remember a few years ago they used to do a solely SmackDown pay-per-view, and then every other month it was Raw pay-per-view or it was a SmackDown pay-per-view. This is an all Raw pay-per-view aside from maybe the Usos. The whole card. And Mr. Rogers is correct. They could not even, on Raw, 6 nights before the show at that point, they couldn't even book this shit properly. They couldn't even make you give a fuck when the show was off the air aside from one match, Cody and Seth Rollins. We'll get to that. So Mr. Rogers, great fucking point, bro. Miles Angel, $9.99. Miles, appreciate it, man. Thanks for being the realest on the tube. The wrestling community needs a voice like you. Miles Angel, I appreciate the words, dude. I know there's many options that you guys have, and maybe you even watch others, but I try to be the very best factually on this channel. I know I started years after some of the bigger names and entities in the community. But that doesn't mean we ain't the best. It's like Disney World and Universal. Disney started years before. They get the most guests, most visitors. But every year, Universal Studios Orlando is voted #1 theme park in the entire fucking world. But they came afterwards. They don't get as much traffic, but everyone knows they the fucking best. It's like AEW and WWE right now. WWE gets the bigger audience, but AEW, 9 out of 10 times at least, is pulling out a better show. Well, BC may have started later in this game, but you guys know where to come, dude, for the most factual, badass, amplified content. It's going to be on this channel. Miles Angel, I never let those words go unappreciated, man. I definitely appreciate that. Pimp Jesus, 5 spot. I forgot to watch Raw last night and watched NJPW Strong and played Madden 22 after. Pimp Jesus. Pimp, who was it? I think it was Christopher Blackshear who was playing Crash Bandicoot 2. And I told him that was better. So New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong is going to be 87 times better than Raw. So you did yourself a favor, brah. Pimp Jesus, always good to see you up in here. And Chubless the Bear, 5 spot. Chubless, a long time sub. BC, that show was hot garbage. Throw everything in the ugly. Chubless the Bear is a harsh critic, and I love it, dude. My amp unit, we don't sugarcoat on this channel. We ain't gonna bullshit on this channel. If I gotta put up 10 fucking uglies for this show, I'm gonna put 10 uglies in that category. I'm gonna fuck around, bro. William F, $4.99. William F. Always good seeing William F up in here. The tube is not liking something I am trying to say about attendance last night. So have a coffee, BC. I appreciate the coffee, William F. Are they not letting you write a comment about the attendance? I know a lot of you guys are telling me the tube is kicking off comments and even kicking you guys off the channel. That's now you understand what BC goes through for 5 years that I've had the channel. Good luck trying to fight with them, William F. The tube's not a big fan of the channel anyway. We're too controversial, they say. Oh, fuck off. William F, I appreciate it, dude. All right, guys, I got to everybody, I believe. I'll get to the Raw review now. No, I did not. Lisa Matcher, 2 spot. A hat, not cap. Hail to Liv Morgan, the rest. Yeah, the Liv Morgan is just on cloud 9, man. If you give her a little bit of momentum, she'll carry the rest of the load. Because she's been carrying momentum for months ever since the Becky Lynch matches. You just have to give Liv Morgan just an ounce of proper booking, and Liv Morgan will show you just exactly what she can do. And aside from Rollins and Cody, the rest, I mean, Lisa Matcher, I think you've watched enough BC to know that I think there's going to be a lot of uglies in this review. Lisa Matcher, appreciate it. And I'm not sure what you mean, a hat, not cap. I don't understand that. Lisa, if you're still up in the chat, let me know what you mean. A hat, not cap. Enforcer, 2K9, 2 spot. Tony Khan, tone down for what? Tone down for what? Tony Khan's like, what? What? What's going on? What? Huh? What? What's going on? CM Punk is a draw. Shut up, everyone. Enforcer 2K9, don't worry. Tony Khan's not toning down for anybody, bro. That dude went ballistic. You watch CM Punk's face. CM Punk was so uncomfortable. CM Punk was like, can we just move on? I don't even want to talk about Bischoff anymore. You got my boss fired up. He's about to flip his fucking lid. Too funny, man. That's too funny. Oh, Lisa. Yeah. Hat, not... Oh, what'd I say? The thinking hat? Thinking cap? Thinking hat, thinking cap? I don't know. What the fuck does Stranger Things, man. I'm showing my love. Haven't gotten to the end yet. Enforcer 2K9, thank you. K. Juan McNeil, 5 spot. Hey, BC. Sorry I haven't been here, but I'd be damned if I was going to miss this live. Also, I'm graduating tomorrow, so that'll be cool. But in the meantime, Red Team, go! Yo, happy graduation, K. Juan McNeil. I don't know what emoji would go with graduation. Chat, is there any, like, graduation emoji you can send one of my tried and true subs, K. Juan McNeil? Graduation tomorrow. That's a big moment, man. BC never graduated. I was a bad kid. I got into a lot of trouble. A lot of barroom fights, doing a lot of things I wasn't supposed to do, and, well, you know, one thing led to another. But I got smart, ended up making a lot of good choices, future career moves that made me lucrative deals. So, BC made it out all right. Oh, you got fucking your own thinking caps. You got graduation caps. How's that, Lisa Matcher? Oh, bro, there you go. Hey, K1. Happy graduation. My unit is fucking, we're showing that love, man. We gotta have some Macho Man Randy Savage music. Remember Macho Man's theme? That's actually a graduation theme, guys. They play Macho Man's theme at every graduation. K1's probably gonna have that tomorrow. K1, I appreciate that, dude. Pile driver finisher 10 spot. I gotta be honest, I enjoy the news videos involving Dwayne Johnson and Johnny Depp and all of that ordeal. Stay amplified. Salute. Pile driver, thank you. Those are just impromptu videos that I do throughout the week. That's what Pile driver is talking about, guys. Throughout the week, I sometimes put out impromptu videos, news videos, whatever, and I've been talking about Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, taking Will Smith's spot and becoming the genie in Aladdin because Will Smith got canceled. And then Disney wants The Rock to play, what's his name? Johnny Depp's character in Pirates of the Caribbean. Jack Sparrow. So The Rock is going to be every Disney's saving grace every time they want to cancel somebody because Johnny Depp also just got canceled. Even though, if you actually watched any of that trial, the fucking gal, bro, she doesn't seem trustworthy at all. This bitch is taking pictures of everything they do. She's recording everything they do. With a girlfriend like that, you don't need an enemy, brah. I couldn't imagine having a significant other that's fucking taping everything you fucking do and taking pictures every time you fucking pass out. Anyway, yeah, I had to talk about that because this could actually have an effect on The Rock missing WrestleMania in the big matchup with Roman Reigns next year. So, but yeah, guys, in case you're wondering, not like it matters, I have no problem saying this, man. I am Team Johnny Depp. 1,000,000%. Team Johnny, and a Pirates of the Caribbean without Johnny Depp is a movie that I will never watch. There is no Pirates without Johnny Depp. That's BC's opinion, and I respect yours if you think differently, but there is no Pirates without Johnny Depp. Sorry, not sorry. He actually made that character. That Disney gave him the character. He made it his own. At first, they didn't even like it. They told him to stop doing what he was doing. He said, no, it's this or nothing. They said, fuck, just do it. And it ended up being a fucking hit. That's literally Johnny Depp's character. He created and evolved it to what it is. And to just give that to Dwayne Johnson, fuck that shit, bro. So I am Team Johnny Depp 1,000,000%, unapologetically. Pile driver finisher, I appreciate it, dude. And I appreciate the fact that you love those impromptu videos. I'll continue to do those, trust me. Anisar War, $4.99. What's up, BC? What up, Anis? Glad to be here. And is it just me, or was Rhea Ripley looking more natural and comfortable now as a character? That's what happens when you turn some of these individuals heel. I said that about Roman Reigns for 5 years almost. Anis. It's not that we're harping on a character, we're trying to make it better. Sometimes people are just not good in a certain role, face or heel. Turn them, let's see if they have true potential. Ripley's booking is still shit somehow, even with Edge. But yeah, way more comfortable, Anis. And guys, any more supers I will get in just a little bit, but I do have to start this review now that we're a half an hour in. That's basically my whole cold open, shooting the shit with you guys. But let's get to this review, man. This is the good, the bad, and the ugly. Swig of coffee. The show is going to start with Becky Lynch, Asuka, and Bianca Belair trading words on the mic, middle of the ring. Now, words turn into haymakers as Belair and Asuka double team on Becky. Becky kind of hightails it. Because Becky Lynch is getting the shit kicked out of her by both Asuka and Belair. So Becky hightails it. We go right to commercial. When we come back from commercial, we have Asuka and Belair in the ring in a match, and Becky Lynch is on commentary. So that was the first segment of Raw. They're just setting up Asuka and Bianca Belair. You could have Hell in a Cell is 6 nights away from last night, 5 nights away from tonight. You didn't have a better opening planned? So then we go to commercial after Becky gets the shit kicked out of her. We have a match going on, and Becky is now on commentary. The match was nearly 13 minutes long between Asuka and Bianca Belair, and it was a damn good match. You give Asuka and Belair more than 10 minutes, most likely we're going to be talking about a good match. It's just a taste, though, of what these two ladies can actually do. But beggars can't be choosers. On this fucking show, we're going to take a 13-minute match with them. It was actually good. But leave it to WWE to find a way to fuck it all up, because that's what they did. All of it was wasted when Belair pinned Asuka via the awe-inspiring, ultra-devastating fruit roll-up. Not a traditional roll-up, but it was a hold-you-down finisher. And you guys know how any move where you end the match by holding somebody down, that is considered a roll-up. You're just holding them down. It's the same thing as a schoolboy pin or a small package, right? There's different variations of a roll-up. This is no different. You're holding your opponent down. So that whole match was to just roll up your opponent. Asuka takes the L here. Asuka, why would you even need to put her in this? See, this is where I got to be careful, because this company will literally give you a headache. And you guys are already throwing all your fruit into the ring, right? For the fruit roll-up, you already went to the grocery store real early this morning. Don't waste all your fruit, unit. Save some of your fruit, because there's actually more roll-ups to come in the show. So don't waste all your fruit throwing it into the ring yet. You might want to hold on to some of that shit. But all of it was for a hold-me-down roll-up, not a traditional roll-up, but a hold-me-down finisher nonetheless. That's Asuka losing is probably the exact situation you're going to find them in Sunday. Asuka lost last night, rolled up, and she's probably going to take the fucking L. Probably the whole reason she's in the match Sunday at the pay-per-view is to eat another L. So my question is, why do you have to book her like that? You can't just get an inkling of creativity and make everybody make Asuka start to make her look good? She's just in this shit just to make everybody else look good. Just to take the fucking pins. I can't stand that, bro. And Becky Lynch jumps in the ring afterwards and takes both ladies out in 10 seconds. So the night starts off, the first segment with Becky Lynch getting the shit kicked out of her. Then we go to commercial. Then Asuka gets rolled up. Then Becky beats everybody up. And we go to commercial, and that's it. The end of the segment. That was the end of the segment. What happened in this whole half an hour that got you excited to see this triple threat match at Hell in a Cell? I'm being serious, guys. This isn't even about our opinions. I don't care about yours, and I don't even care about my own opinion. Factually, what happened in that first half an hour to get you more excited to see Asuka, Belair, and Becky? What was it? Because I'd love to know. I kind of want to, maybe I'm missing something. That's the best creativity you have, bro. Hell in a Cell is 5 nights away. Come on, man. I literally said, if you just give me a decent finish, just a decent, guys, because the match was good. If you give me a decent finish, even though this isn't going to lead to any care for the pay-per-view, I will put this into the good column. I said that to myself last night. I said, dude, I'm going to be generous here. That was actually a good match. It's not leading to anything. And Asuka's probably taking an L. But if you give me a decent finish, I will put this into the good column. And they couldn't even do that, bro. It's a fucking roll-up, making Asuka look like an idiot. Then Becky jumps in the ring, takes everybody out in 10 seconds, and we go to commercial like none of this even mattered. They didn't even let it breathe for a second. They didn't spend one iota of creativity, guys. It's the same old shit. Triple threat. The third person will be on commentary. They'll jump in after the match, beat up the 2 people that just wrestled. We'll go to commercial, and the people in attendance will go, "This is awesome!" Like trained seals. Demented seals, because they do the same fucking thing in the same chance for the same situations, time after time after time after time after time. And then BC has to come out in a fucking review and say what? How great this was? It's the same shit. This is what we do all the time. And now you're just getting everybody wrestle each other every week until you get to the pay-per-view where you're going to see the same people wrestling each other again. So not only do you not care about the pay-per-view, but it's the opposite. You actually don't even need to see, you don't even want to see that match again. I hope this makes sense, man. I mean, I'm watching this unfold and I'm like, this is not one part of that half an hour. Not one part did anything to make us give a fuck about what the fuck is going forward. Not one iota of that part. So now the only decision, there's no way this is going into the good column. There's no way. And that was actually a good match, but WWE fucked this up 10 ways to fucking Sunday. And because this is a factual, honest review channel, and I pride myself on being the most fairest reviewer and critic, I have to be honest. I'm not going to sugarcoat any bullshit on this channel. So this is not going into the good column. It's going into the bad or the ugly, and you guys are going to be put to work, because I'm asking you. Putting up a poll question, man. This is going to you guys, man. Hold on, don't answer yet. I'm going to put up a poll so I can get actual results. The question is simple. I'm putting this as the build because this was your go-home show. Everything was riding on last night to make us care about this title match at Hell in a Cell. So this isn't just that segment. This is the fucking build is going into one of these columns. Should the triple threat build for the Raw Women's title be put in the ugly column? If you guys feel like last night's first half an hour of the show did nothing to excite you, then it's going right into the fucking ugly. If you want to throw them a bone because the match, the 13-minute match before the finish was actually good, then I will be generous and I'll put it into the bad column. But if you guys answer yes to this question I'm about to pose, then it's going into the ugly. In the next 30 seconds, you guys are going to get a poll question in your chat. I need at least 100 of you to participate to make this a legit poll. So I need 100 of you in the next 30 seconds to answer this question. If you answer yes, it goes into the ugly column. If you throw them a bone, I will generously put it into the bad, but I refuse to put this first half an hour of the show into the good column. And I'll let you guys have a minute to do that. On your way in, make sure you smash those ups too, man. Help BC's algorithm. The tube doesn't like BC. I'm too controversial. I'm too much of an amplified nut, I guess. That's fine. I don't need the change. Me and Tony Khan will drink a lot of coffee together. I already got 100. Oh, you guys are great, man. We're going toward 200 now on the votes. 73% currently. 74%. That just jumped. 74% are currently saying yes. The triple threat match that started Raw and the build in general should go into the ugly column. I'll give it another swig of coffee, man, and I'm ending this poll. We already got 100. We're going toward 200. I don't need any more evidence. It looks like you guys are speaking up loudly. But I'll give it another swig, man. 75, 76% now. That shit keeps going up. All right, I'm going to close the poll. 75%. 75% has outweighed 25% that say no, it should just go into the bad. So the results will be in your chat within the next 10 seconds. The final result, nearly 75%. So the first segment of the night, first two actually, it was the promos and then the match. And when it was all said and done, nobody gives a fuck about Hell in a Cell or this whole title situation. And Asuka just looks like a fucking idiot. Bianca Belair, nobody's going to remember. Nobody gives a fuck if you just held somebody down and beat them, and then 5 seconds later got your ass whooped by Becky. The best part of it all was Becky calling herself a wizard. Could you imagine a group with Chris Jericho and Becky Lynch and maybe a few other individuals called the Wizards? Fuck yeah. Becky Lynch was the best part of that on commentary. The first whole part of Monday Night Raw goes into the, you guys have spoken loudly, and I agree with you, goes into the ugly column. So there you go. That was as fair as you're going to get it, man. You're getting BC breaking this down. Nobody's going to critique this shit better. And then I actually go to my fucking unit, and we go over it together. And we are a microcosm of the larger scale. So I think that was pretty fucking fair. Because again, this is a go-home show. The whole point is to have people excited about the segment, and even more excited because of what it leads to at the pay-per-view. That's what every Raw should be doing, let alone the go-home show. This was the opposite, bro. You were bored after the first half an hour, and you damn well know it. We then get a 6-man schmoz match. Kevin Owens in Alpha Academy versus Ezekiel in the Mysterios. This was a 9-minute match. It's the same thing as every other 6-man schmoz. It starts off as an actual tag match, and then it turns into a tornado circus. Of course, we'll get action. Of course, we're going to get cool spots in a 6-man. It'll be fun, right? It'll be fun for those with short attention spans. But it does not change the fact that it does nothing for anybody. You watch when AEW does a trios division, and we get 2 to 3 6-man tags every Dynamite, which we're basically getting anyway. And you get everybody setting up for their spots, right? 3, 4, 5, everybody's hugging each other so that they can catch the person that's doing a 920. That's right. Give it a few weeks, you're going to have a 920 splash. Somebody will invent it. And will ooh and ah because of the gymnastics. And everybody will cuddle up and they'll catch everybody. There'll be no selling because you'll only have 9 minutes for fucking 6 dudes to settle their differences. 9 minutes, I'm being generous. So nobody will be selling properly. Everybody will do their move. They'll jump up. They'll set up the next spot. That's a 6-man tag. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. That's why I don't understand. I can't comprehend how people get so excited to see all these 6-man tags. BC saw one. I've seen them all. There's no reality or believability into it. There's no selling. And some of these moves you would think would knock somebody out for 2 fucking minutes. So in-ring psychology, when there's no selling, in-ring psychology's out the fucking door too. And then the referee looks like an idiot because the referee has lost all control. Half of these matches are always tornado tag, but it's not advertised as tornado tag. So the ref should be kicking everybody out of the ring, but he's just there like twiddling his thumbs. He's like, damn, this is crazy. I don't know what to do. What do I even do? That's like a fucking cop watching a bank robbery and he's outside drinking his coffee going, damn, this doesn't look good for the cashier. Well, bitch, you're the cop. Get in there. And the cop's like, well, what am I gonna do? That guy's like 6'5", 320. He'll body slam me through the register. I'm just gonna drink my coffee and hope that the cashier makes it out. You're the fucking police officer. The referee sits there and he watches all 6 guys do everything they want for half the fucking match at least. And when it's all said and done, he's like, oh, it's time to count? There's no rules. And then people go, basically, you gotta relax, man. Basically, it was cool. There was good spots. It was fun. It was action. We chanted, this is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. Well, BC didn't chant that. BC doesn't give a fuck about your cool spots, your 620s, your 940s, your 450s, your suicide dives, your moonsaults. I care about believing, first and foremost, that the referee is actually maintaining some semblance of fucking order. I care about in-ring psychology. I care about selling. These are things that if you totally do away with, that is why wrestling is on life support. We're not watching pro wrestling anymore. We're watching glorified gymnastics at that point. So if you want me to like 6-man tags, maintain some fucking order. This was a circus. The whole second half of the fucking match. And in the end, it does nothing for anybody. What do I mean by that? Okay, well, here we go. Another six-man tag. Another six-man tag. What did it do for the pay-per-view, guys? I'm going to ask you again, just like I did for the triple threat for the women in the first segment. What did that six-man do for Hell in a Cell? Don't lie to yourself. Just be honest. What did it do? Nothing. It did nothing. Did that six-man tag make you excited to see Kevin Owens and Ezekiel in 5 nights? When that video package plays on Hell in a Cell Sunday, and we're about to get Ezekiel and Owens, are you gonna go, damn, do you guys remember the six-man tag? I gotta see this now. And who else was in here? Alpha Academy and the Mysterios. I don't even think they're at Hell in a Cell, are they? They'll probably make that match. I don't even think Alpha Academy are taking on the Mysterios, and even if they are, that match hasn't been made official. So what does this do for fucking the pay-per-view? I hope you guys got your cool spots. I hope you had your fun with all 6 dudes bouncing around like ping pong balls. I hope so. I hope you got your little chance in. Because does nothing for professional wrestling. It's trash on a 3-hour show that is desperately lacking anything fucking good. And then I sit here and everybody goes, Bliss, just give it a good, man. It was a 6-man awesome match. Was it awesome? What was awesome about it? And now I might get trios championships over in AEW. I actually enjoy watching Dynamite. Go figure. In 2022, I enjoy watching a show. I enjoy watching Dynamite. Once they bring trios titles, man, that's going to suck for BC. Because I already know. A lot of you guys are going to love it. You're going to watch the same match over and over and not even realize it. Because that's our attention spans today. You don't even realize you're seeing the same fucking moves, the same sequences. I want professional wrestling. Today in 2022, pro wrestling is glorified gymnastics. Work rate, faster. What crazy moves can you do? Fuck in-ring psychology. Fuck selling. Fuck a character. Fuck being larger than life. Fuck being over 5'7". Doesn't matter anymore. Can you flip? Can you dive? Can you go really fast because you only have 7 minutes to do everything you need to do in the match? That's all that matters these days. And then you wonder why pro wrestling is on life support. You really fucking wonder, bro? Six-man schmaz. Fuck, bro. It's not going into the good. I just don't know if I should put that schmaz into the ugly or the bad column. How generous am I feeling? I don't see anything. Did I even go over the finish? Ezekiel pins Gable. Okay, what the fuck? Why did Gable just lose another match? Ezekiel pins Gable after all this. So all of this was just for Gable to eat another fucking loss. This shit, every segment of this shit, every week, every segment is supposed to have a purpose. Right? Us men, us alphas anyway, we don't like the term soap opera, but guys, it kinda is, right? Every week gets you more invested and excited for the culminating moment in match at the pay-per-view. It is like a soap opera. But it hasn't been for 10 fucking years plus. None of these segments get you excited for next week, much less a pay-per-view in a month or 2 months or 3 months. These days, there's a pay-per-view every month. What am I talking about? That's why nothing can progress. There's no storylines. It's just watching the same matches over and over with the same people, and then at the pay-per-view, you get the same match with the same people. And you're like, but I just watched this for 4 straight weeks, and now it's the pay-per-view. I paid money for this, and I'm getting the same match. There's no storylines anymore because they don't give a fuck. They don't want to put in the effort. They don't want to put in the creativity. Vince McMahon is liquidating. He's making the most money he's ever made in his company's history, so he doesn't give a fuck about us. But every segment is supposed to have purpose. It's supposed to lead to meaning, right? Nothing that happened here has any meaning for next week's Raw or Sunday's pay-per-view. I just answered my own question. This goes into the motherfucking ugly section. Because I'm getting more pissed off just thinking about it. If you're new to the channel, I know. This guy's mean. He's pissed off. He doesn't throw any mulligans. I don't know why he just doesn't be a little more generous. I'm done being generous, bro. I've had this channel for 5 years. I'm like a broken record for 5 years. You wonder why the ratings are where they are, why they can't fill up arenas, why nobody is interested in pay-per-views, why people feel like we're watching redundancy and rematches and just the same formula every fucking week. You wonder why I'm breaking it down for you every week. And then people go, wow, he's mean. I didn't see anything good or even bad in the first whole 45 minutes of this fucking show. I just saw ugly. It's a go-home show to the pay-per-view. Act like it! Act like it's a fucking go-home show! Act like it! We should not be caring more than the bastard in Stamford. And that's the damn truth. I don't give a fuck if I'm scaring people right now, dude. You get amplified when you check in to this channel or you hit the fucking bricks. Those are the choices. You get amplified or you get the fuck out. Go watch another channel. There's a million out there. Cookie cutter, bullshitters, sugarcoaters, dumb fucks, dipshits, mutants. They're all there. Go. Can't stand this fucking show, and that sucks because I love professional wrestling just like I love my Green Bay Packers, I love my New York Knicks, I love my New York Yankees, and when they're bad, for weeks, months, or even seasons, full seasons, I flip the fuck out, and we come together as a fan base, and we try to tell ownership what needs to be fucking fixed because we're seeing it. Not through rose-colored glasses, through our own fucking eyeballs, we're seeing all the problems manifest. That's what being a fan is, right? We watch this shit every game. If it's a sporting event, and every fucking week we watch this shit. We talk about the problems, man. Wow, we're dropping some fucking straight fire facts today, bro. I did not come ready to bullshit around today. Now we're about to get positive for a segment. This might be the only positive, but we're gonna get to it, man. Hour number 1 ends with such a good fucking segment. Hour number 1 ends, that's right. Good segment, I said that. Cody Rhodes cutting another solid promo. Seth Rollins shows up in the crowd. He delivers an equally solid promo. He even brings up the sledgehammer incident from AEW when Cody put the sledgehammer into the throne. And Seth Rollins was pretty much alluding to, well, I'm the king now, and you're not going to put the sledgehammer to my throne. And he says, while you were gone and you and your little friends were trying to take down myself and what we created here, basically saying him and AEW tried to take down WWE Raw and Seth Rollins. So there was a couple of AEW references by Seth Rollins last night. But it was a pretty damn good, solid back and forth. And Cody eventually goes into the crowd. And this begins an all-out brawl between Cody and Seth Rollins. And it was so well done, bro. So well done. And this is why I always say AEW is good for WWE. First of all, Vince McMahon needs that competition. So if you're not rooting for the success of AEW, then you're just rooting for the failure of WWE, because right now, Vince has given up. Vince needs AEW, whether he knows it or not. AEW is the only fucking chance we have right now of somebody slapping the old bastard in Stamford upside his dome piece. So AEW is good for WWE because you do not get this segment last night with Rollins and Cody if we did not see Anarchy in the Arena on Sunday night with Chris Jericho and his boys versus Eddie Kingston and his boys. If you didn't see Anarchy in the Arena, this segment does not happen. I'm telling you, WWE does not do shit like this anymore. But they did see that, and it was probably Cody's idea. You know damn well Cody was watching Double or Nothing. Cody was probably like, we need to get in the arena, man. That match got so much buzz. People loved all the fucking brawling in the stands. Vince, let me and Seth go into the fucking fans, man. So that was probably Cody's call. I bet you it was. But they were brawling in the crowd. Badass. They finally got back into the arena where a bunch of officials and Curtis Axel, one of my favorite wrestlers, man. Don't ask why. I just love that dude. He went away for a while. Axelmania running wild on you, brother. He never got eliminated from the Royal Rumble one year. And I'll never forget that. To BC, he still has never been eliminated. But Curtis Axel is now a backstage agent, and he came out to break up Rollins. I think I actually have him in my thumbnail. If you guys look at the thumbnail, that's actually Curtis Axel. So he was breaking up Cody and Rollins, and there was a point where Cody actually like goes backstage first. Like he was able to be backed up, and he goes backstage. And I'm like, usually that's the heel, and the face is left there. But Cody actually was able to get backed up, and he was gone. I was like, well, that's not good. The face should be the last one. And all of a sudden, behind Rollins, I see Cody blasting through the curtain again. Full fucking speed. Bam! Jumps on this son of a bitch. Wailing away. Wabaka, 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 wa motherfucking baka. Cody and Rollins brawling, bro. It was so good. It really was good, man. And that's what I mean. That's what gets BC into shit. I don't ask for. I know I seem like this fucking this angry, just negative reviewer a lot, right? Because wrestling is on life support. Wrestling sucks these days, man. We all know that, right? We want to love it, and we do, but we just can't like it. We can't because it's so bad. But I don't need you to move mountains. Just get us invested, right? There's no reason that we shouldn't at all times be invested in 4 to 5 storylines. 4 to 5. There's zero reason. Guys, I watched 30 plus years of wrestling. I've watched so many different eras come and go. The 80s era, the larger than life of that era. Then I watched the fucking Attitude Era into Ruthless Aggression. There were so many eras that I've caught. And you're always invested in 4 to 5 stories at least. 10 years now, and that's not the case. That's unacceptable. That's lazy booking. That's not being creative. That's not even showing effort or care. That's all on Vince McMahon. I'm not asking to move mountains. I'm just saying get us invested, right? What happened with Rollins and Cody last night, that gets a lot of us into it, man. It just got nuclear. It just got real. And they've already wrestled twice already at pay-per-views. But this seems like they took it to another level. This is what I mean, man. It's. I'm not asking you to move mountains. I'm not asking fucking for Chris Jericho to tap into his wizardry. Expecto Patronum. No, I'm just asking to care. And again, I bet you this was Cody's call. I bet you this was Cody's idea because he saw Double or Nothing. He saw anarchy in the arena. He went to Vince and said, hey, can me and Seth try this? Because nobody else in the fucking company cares enough to have that type of a segment. So Cody and Seth Rollins ending number 1 goes into the good column. Cody is just a superstar. Cody is so good in WWE. I think that's what MJF is seeing. MJF is seeing that, damn, everybody thought if Cody goes to WWE, he's just going to be booked like a chump. And now MJF is like, damn, what the fuck? Cody is their biggest star aside from Roman Reigns. And he's being booked like it. I think MJF is seeing that, and MJF is like, dude, and I think Cody is talking to MJF. Cody's not going to admit that. But I know that MJF has a lot of suit and tie friends in WWE. Johnny L, Brucey P, all of them, dude, really tight with MJF. And, of course, Cody. I think MJF already has one foot into the door of WWE. He would love to debut for SummerSlam, but I don't know if Tony Khan's going to allow that. But Cody Rhodes has been a saving grace for WWE. I don't know, guys. I'm going to be honest. We're going to go over the rest of the show together in the last 2 hours. I don't know if we're going to get another good. That might be the only good in the whole show. I'm trying to think back, but we'll go over the notes and we'll go over this together. But without Cody Rhodes these last couple of months since WrestleMania, this show somehow would be even worse than it is. I don't know how that's possible, but somehow WWE would make that possible. So anyway, Cody Rhodes we should fucking, should have already known, gets a good tally in that column, and that again might be the only one. We'll get to hour number 2. First, I want to do some VIP shout outs for some supers, bro. Oh, Lisa Matcher, your hat, not able to chat. Yeah, no. I ended up knowing what you meant, man. Cap, not hat, vice versa. I call it a hat and a cap, but listen, it's a thinking cap right now, man, because that's what it says on the hat. Not able to chat, am only 2 weeks sub, Lisa. Lisa, you've been with us more than fucking 2 weeks. Did they kick you off? See, the tube kicks a lot of subs off, man, and they don't even know it. Lisa, get back on there, man. It's a 4-week initiation period to get into the club, the Amplified Club. Lisa, much love. You know that. Much love and appreciation. Always good to see you up in here, Lisa. Jane Donnelly, 449. What up, BC? Can't stick around for long because of work. Just dropping in to smash the like button and show some love. Red team, go! Jane Donnelly, kick ass at work, man. Be the tribal chief and make everybody else you're working with the jobber. And Jane Donnelly, I love reading that, dude. Not able to stick around, but I had to show up to drop a like. Guys, I never need coffees. I don't need supers and all that. That's never needed. Always appreciated if you want to throw BC a tip. That's cool, but I don't need that. What's cool is when all of you guys smash that up, and we're about to hit 300 live already. And we just went over the first hour. So I appreciate all you guys smashing that up. Jane Donnelly, I love reading that, man. Jane, much love and respect. In fact, let me give you a prop on that. Just for smashing that up, I got to give Jane Donnelly a solid salute. Enforcer 2K9, 5 spot. The problem with the Cody Seth feud is that Seth is already down 0-2, so winning this match means nothing. Still 1-2, so Seth has to lose again. Yeah, that's what all of us are kind of questioning. Enforcer 2K9. Watching Seth Rollins lose 3 matches to anybody in a row is not cool. And I'm going to say that Cody cannot lose. And you're right, it wouldn't even matter anyway, because then it would just be 1-2. But Cody should not lose anyway. Him losing trumps Rollins losing somehow. But just thinking about Rollins losing 3 matches in a row, just being used to propel Cody, it doesn't sit well with any of us, I don't think, Enforcer 2K9. But I'm not booking it, man. This is what Vince wants to go with. All BC can do is review the shit. That's what I mean, man. I promise you, Enforcer 2K9, if I was booking shit in WWE, you'd actually be getting a good show, first of all, and everything would make sense, and everybody would be booked properly, meaning that even in defeat, you will be looked at as a winner. But this company doesn't do that, Enforcer 2K9. 2 spot by Enforcer 2K9 as well says, and when was the last big match Seth Rollins won? Couldn't even tell you, Enforcer. But I agree with everything you're saying. It's an exclamation point I'll put at the end of it. You put a question mark at that. When's the last big match Rollins won? I'll just put an exclamation point because I don't know, and I fully agree with you. It's exactly what I said when they wrestled the second time at WrestleMania Backlash. Wait a second, Cody can't lose, just like I said at Mania, but now you're having Rollins lose twice. Well, now we're in the same predicament another month later, and he's about to lose 3 times in a row. So I completely agree. Pimp Jesus at 10 spots says, don't know why I didn't tell you guys this sooner, but I was lucky. I was the lucky one in that fire. My aunt got burned real bad on her left arm, and Grandpa passed in his sleep. I don't know what fire we're talking about, Pimp Jesus. Was there a pyro fire at the arena? I don't even know. We were talking about Rollins and Cody. Now we're talking about fires. Maybe you guys were talking about something in the chat. Pimp Jesus, I have no idea what you're talking about, what fire you're talking about. I don't believe I was talking about any fires. Other than my amp unit getting fired up. But maybe you guys were having a discussion in the chat. So there you guys go, man. Pimp Jesus was able to get out of a fire. Unfortunately, his family not so lucky. Pimp Jesus, much love and respect, man. And thoughts and prayers with you. Let me go back over to second hour, man. Alexa Bliss starts the second hour, defeating Doudrop via Twisted Bliss in just under 4 minutes. My question would be, what the fuck are they doing with Bliss? I mean, it's great having her back. I actually like Alexa Bliss now ever since she was attached to Bray Wyatt. I have a newfound respect for her. But she just feels so fucking irrelevant. There's no plan upon her return twice now. Back at Elimination Chamber, they had no fucking plan. She wrestled one match. She was gone. She postponed her wedding thinking she'd be at WrestleMania. And Vince McMahon said, no, we don't got anything for you. Sit home. So her wedding was already post, so she had that after Mania. Cut some more vignettes. Or no, that was the first time at Elimination Chamber, I believe. And then she sits home. And then she just comes up out of nowhere. She has a hybrid mix of music. She's more normal, but she still carries a teddy bear or a doll, something like whatever it's called. She doesn't do promos, so you can't even get a good gauge on the character. There's literally nothing to care about with Alexa Bliss. And that's not even shade, because again, I like Alexa Bliss. But I can't even believe that I'm saying this. There is zero reason to give a shit about Alexa Bliss right now. You just remember 2 years ago, she was sitting on top of the Jack in the Box at WrestleMania. Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton. Lights go out, they go up, there's this huge Jack in the Box, and fucking Alexa Bliss is sitting on it. Watch the whole crowd on their feet. Holy shit chants. Alexa Bliss is one of the hottest acts in pro wrestling at that time. You fast forward 2 years later, Bray Wyatt's not even with the company, and Alexa Bliss is irrelevant. Fucked up, unacceptable, bro. I can't believe I'm talking about Alexa Bliss being irrelevant, and I don't even know what the character is because they have botched it every possible way imaginable. I don't know what Alexa Bliss is supposed to be. It's almost like she's still holding the fucking teddy bear because Vince McMahon doesn't want to admit that he was wrong. This is his stubbornness. No, they love it. They love the teddy bear. They don't. Look at the merchandise sales. The fucking teddy bear is not selling. Not even fucking kids want this freakish bear. Doll, whatever the fuck you call it. I don't even know what to do with this segment, man. I guess I'm gonna take it to you guys, man. I'm putting you guys to work, man. Putting you guys to work. The amp unit is gonna have to work today. I'm gonna pose a question in the chat. The question is pretty simple. Should Alexa Bliss first doo-doo drop go into the ugly column from last night's Raw? It's not going into the yes, and again, that's not shade to Alexa. I like Alexa. None of this matters. It doesn't do anything for Doudrop or Alexa going forward. Alexa still doesn't have a character that anyone gives a fuck about. She doesn't even have an identity that we understand. Doudrop digs herself further into irrelevancy right there with Alexa and Nikki Ash. I mean, this is not going into the good column. So, in the next 30 seconds, you guys are going to get a question. If you answer yes, this is going into the ugly column. If you answer no, I will put this generously into the bad column. And by the way, we just crossed 300 on the ups as we go to 400 on the likes. I appreciate it, guys. I need at least 100 votes for this to tally up into one of these columns. This will be up in your chat within the next 30 seconds. 100 of you at least need to participate. Should Alexa Bliss versus Doo-Doo Drop go into the ugly column? Currently, we have 75 votes. 87% are already saying it should go into the ugly column. Hot damn. You guys are not fucking around today, just like BC. I love it. In fact, we already have 100 votes, and it's well over 85% saying yes. I'm going to let this sit for another minute. I'm going to let the amp unit speak out loud, man. We'll go toward 150 votes, make it even more of a secure vote. Currently at 84%, 16%, no, 85, back to 85. I feel like an auctioneer. 85, 84, 83, 86, 87. They're going to 91. 91, 14 on the bad, 14, 15, 16 on the bad, 17, 18, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, back to 76, 77, 78, 79, 81, 82, 83, 84, 84, back to 80, 81, 82, no, 76, 77, 78, 74, back to 14 on the bad, down to good, 74, 84, 84, down to the bad 16, 17, 18 on the 6. You ever see those fucking auctioneers, man? They're nuts. But it looks like we're steady at 85% now, man. You know what? I'm going to fucking end it right there. You guys ain't budging. You guys are pretty steadfast that this is going into the ugly column. And when my amp unit speaks out, we fucking rock. That's it. That's all I need to see. I'm not even going to let it go to 150, man. Sorry, it's not sorry. Over 100 amp unit members have just participated. Over 80%. Over 80%. Hot damn. That goes into the ugly column. Without question. Hold on, where'd it go into the... Oh, there it is. It's in the chat, man. A bunch of comments came in afterwards, so got up. But the end tally is in your chat, man. Somewhere. So that's an ugly, man. You guys decided Alexa Bliss and Doudrop did nothing for you going forward. Now, do not forget, every one of these uglies goes into the, well, it's going to be crossed out when we get to the end of this review. Every ugly turns into 2 bad. So, right now, it's basically 6-1. But I don't know what anybody wants. I'm being as fair as possibly can be, man. And then we go into Miz. Oh, fuck, bro. I was hoping I could put a fucking a good. But we're about to go into Miz TV to promote Miz and Mrs. Season 3, the premiere next week. The only good out of this is that we get to see Maurice next week. I always liked seeing her. I always thought she could be a damn good wrestler if she decided to go full throttle, full time, and she just never did. She wanted to do the family thing. But Maurice actually had some talent, man. What do you mean I botched James? What are you talking about? I botched a 3. I just did this at Double or Nothing. I did it again. I did it again, man. James, good call, bro. There you go. I don't know. I did that at Double or Nothing with the 8 and the 3. You guys remember? I don't know. That's got to be the only things I could do it with. You can't do it with a 4, right? I'd have to look like that. You can't do an upside down 4. I'd have to fucking... All right, BC botched there. See that? That's how fair I am. BC will call out his own botches. I just don't call it out with the wrestlers, man. I'm fair. If BC botches, I'll call it out. Thank you, guys. Does that look like a more sexier 3? 3-1 on the uglies, man. Anyway, Maurice. I do love Maurice's work, and I just wish we saw more Maurice, but such is life. She's a good kid, too, man. Street Profits hit the ring just because Vince has nothing for them. I've said every week, go back the last 2 months, you don't know what the Street Profits are. Every week there's something different, right? They're good guys, then they're bad guys. And they're good, then they're leaning more toward heels. Then they're good again. It's whatever Vince wants them as, right? Whatever Vince needs them to fit a role of for that particular week. That's just destroying the Street Profits even more. So the Profits hit the ring for no other reason than to deliver some good old-fashioned, horrible WWE comedy. And that's what we do. Now, BC actually did LOL a couple of times. At one point, Miz puts his hand up. When my hand goes up, your mouths go shut. And fucking Doughboy Dawkins fucking gives him a high five. And then there was a time where they were actually repeating the Miz. When my hand goes up and they're repeating him like simultaneously. Your mouths go shut or whatever the fuck Miz says. I don't even know. But that was actually pretty damn good. Well, not good, but it made BC laugh for sure. And that was it. It was just horrible comedy. Just bad comedy. That's what the Street Profits are used for. She's a kid. Hey, War Dog. She's a kid because I called her a kid. Grown-ass woman. She's a kid. War Dog. War Dog. I called her a kid. So she's a kid. Maurice is a kid because I said so. That's how this works, dog. BC is the head dog. So she's a kid. I hope we're understood. Dog. I saw that War Dog. War Dog says, grown-ass woman, she ain't no kid. Nah, she a kid because I said so. Motherfuck. When BC speaks, everybody goes shut. So, the Street Profits try to have a little bit of fun here and it backfires. Now, I'm not even joking. Dana Brooke and Ninja Tozawa appear out of nowhere. Then Tamina Snuka, T-Bar, Apollo Crews, R-Truth. They all hit the ring. Now we got bad comedy with the Street Profits and the Miz. As if that's not bad enough, now we have T-Bar trying to get the 24/7 title off of Dana Brooke. Tamina's in there, R-Truth, Ninja Tozawa. It's a fucking circus sideshow fest. A referee shows up out of nowhere. Tamina actually pins Dana Brooke. Tamina pins Dana Brooke for the 24/7 title, and then Ninja Tozawa delivers a fruit roll-up to Tamina and becomes the new 24/7 champ. How do I even call this? I mean, that's the best I could possibly do. You'd have to go back and try to decipher everything that happened, because it was literally a sideshow. But as I described it is pretty much, it's the best that I can do. But to watch T-Bar, man, I remember Dominik Dijakovic having such good matches in NXT. Such good matches in NXT. It was bad enough to see him in Retribution, and then to see him not used at all. But bro, to see this dude out there giving a fuck about Dana Brooke's 24/7 title, something about that was just so extra sad, man. So extra sad. And Tamina gets rolled up by Ninja Tozawa, and that's how the segment ends. I don't know anybody in their right mind that thinks this is good television. Yeah, Raw sucks. You can throw the fruit in, man. That was another fruit roll-up. I don't give a fuck if it's the 24/7 title, and that's what we always see. It's more fucking fruitiness for a show that needs less fruitiness. So, I'm going to put exactly where it belongs. That goes into the ugly column. Now, you guys had to have known that's where that was going. Yeah, throw your fruit in, man. Throw your fruit in. That goes into the ugly, unapologetically. BC has spoken. I don't even need the unit for that one. Big Daddy Diesel, BC has spoken on that one. That goes into the ugly column. That's unapologetically. Throw your fruit up in that fucking ring. Throw that shit, dog. Throw it. Yeah. Love it. Throw that shit in the ring. Empty it out. Everything you got at the market earlier, throw it into the ring. Fucking bad comedy, and then the 24/7 circus. Ugly column. Let's move on, because that'll just give you a fucking headache, I assure you. Oh, the fruit is coming. You guys got a lot of fucking kiwi. How did you get that much kiwi at the fucking market? If there wasn't a shortage on kiwi, there is now. Yo, Nico, is that a potato? Is a potato a fruit? I think that's a vegetable, isn't it? Nico's throwing a little. Fuck it, you might as well throw vegetables too. Who gives a shit at this point? Suntivia, tomatoes. Yeah, that's probably the best bet. Back in the day, you would throw a tomato at a bad act, man. Well, basically, this show deserves one fucking giant tomato. And Nico says, fuck him. I love it. Very true. Vince McMahon eats a potato to the dome piece. Got fucking cucumbers and carrots. You guys are fucking off the wall. You're gonna make the fucking supermarket close down. There's not gonna be any product left. Got fucking bananas getting thrown at Vince's dome piece. Lacey Evans violins. They're selling violins at the supermarket now. Lacey Evans' violins getting thrown in there. Damn, you guys are fucking nuts. I love it. Yeah. Oh, Scott McNim had a bunch of dogs and says like dog crap. Bullshit, basically. I thought you were throwing dogs at Vince McMahon. If they were selling dogs at the market, BC's getting a new puppy. That's great. All right. Hold your fruit for SmackDown. There's going to be plenty more roll-ups, guys. Hold on to some of that shit. Pile driver, I'm taking the pancakes, bro. Anise is throwing Matt Riddle scooters at Vince. Damn. Anise is done with this fucking show. Love it. That's Miz TV. That goes into the fucking ugly. That's unapologetically. I think I already put that tally up, right? Yeah. We end hour number 2 with Ali defeating Ciampa in a 3-minute match after Austin Theory interferes. If Ali wins, he gets a future U.S. title shot. So Theory says that future U.S. title shot, well, why wait? Let's do it right now. So he cost the match. He basically screwed himself because now Ali gets a shot at his title because he had the interference. So Ali wins. Ciampa gets used. First of all, Ciampa doesn't even get an entrance. He gets what we call a jobber entrance. Then Ciampa only gets a couple minutes in a match. And then Ciampa loses the match, and then he tucks his tail between his legs and runs off. And he lets Ali and Austin Theory do their thing. So I'm not a fan of how they're using Ciampa, dude. That's got to pick up. But Ali wins this match because Theory screwed himself over. But during the commercial break, because Theory said, let's do it right now. Then they went to commercial break to set the match up. Throughout the entire commercial break, Austin Theory was beating the fuck out of Ali. So when the match started, it was less than 2 minutes. Theory hits ATL for the W. So he thought he'd put one over on Ali. Yeah, you'll get a shot, but I'm gonna do you in once and for all, man. I'm gonna show you that I can beat you. It ain't gonna be the other way around. And that's exactly what happened. So it kind of, oddly, it does make sense. And then Adam Pearce hits the top of the ramp and informs Theory that while Mr. McMahon was impressed with the psychological tactics used against Ali, Vince McMahon decided that he wants to see Ali in Theory in a fair match at Hell in a Cell for the title. So Mr. McMahon said, okay, you passed that test. Now I want to see you beat him fair and square one-on-one, which I'm pretty sure he'll still end up cheating. So Austin Theory will still have that heel badassery. But, brah, I don't mind this, to be honest. It showcases and evolves Theory more, right? Theory, the U.S. champion, needed something. I got to see Theory again in his diabolical ways, his cockiness, his arrogance, his heel status. I mean, he played it beautifully on commentary. I love the attack on Ali through the commercial break. He beats him in 2 minutes thinking he just put one over on him. And then when Vince McMahon said that to Pierce and he's got to fight him again on Sunday, Austin Theory has this look like, I'll fucking do it, no problem. The cockiness of this dude, the arrogance. I liked what it did for Austin Theory. And for Ali, he gets a title match at a pay-per-view. This dude was asking for his release just a month ago. Has nothing. On a losing streak a few weeks in a row. Now he gets to be catapulted into a title match. I don't see him winning this, nor should he. But for Ali, it's some type of fucking spotlight. It's a pay-per-view match. Show Vince McMahon what you can do. Maybe he'll change his mind for the future. But it's something for Ali. And on top of that, more than anything, the United States Championship will be defended at a pay-per-view finally again. The Intercontinental title, the U.S. title, most times the tag titles. They're never defended on pay-per-views. I don't know how that's even acceptable to the old bastard in Stanford, but that's what happens. So the title is actually going to be on the line. I don't mind it. I don't mind that segment at all, man. I like what it leads to. Ali gets a pay-per-view match. The U.S. title is going to be defended. I got to see Austin Theory be something more than what he's been. There you go. Everyone's thinking, you're not generous, Beasley. You're so angry, but you're so mean, man. Why are you such a bad guy, Beasley? You're an asshole. Well, there you go. I didn't think I was going to put two fucking goods at all in this show. There you go. You just got a second one. Yes, I'm an asshole. But at least I call this shit fair and down the middle. So basically, the end of hour number 1 with Cody and Seth Rollins got them a good. And the end of hour number 2, barely into the good column, barely, But the end of hour number 2 did a little something for BC. So, the rest of the show, straight up fucking Scott McMinn, I think you said it best. Dog shit. Hour number 3 is next. Let me just go over to my supers real quick, man. We got a couple VIPs before I start hour number 3. And that is Anise Sarwar, $4.99. Anise says Cody's entrance alone just gives off so much charisma. Now that is a true face superstar. No doubt, man. Cody's next level. We saw that in AEW. I was a huge fan when he was fucking Stardust because I saw the potential in this dude. And Cody went to AEW and helped create that shit. And he was a big star there, too. He could have stayed there and been a good star. I can't believe the executive vice president. I can't believe Cody. To this very day, I can't believe that he's in WWE again. I can't. I don't know how that happened with him and Tony Khan. But it did happen. And I don't think any of us thought Vince McMahon was going to book him this good. I don't think any one of us thought that Cody Rhodes would be booked this fucking good. This dude is top notch, bro. Cody Rhodes is the biggest star in WWE aside from Roman Reigns. I mean, that's just the facts. Anise Sarwar, no doubt. Entrance alone, the music, everything about Cody, man. And he went and did all that himself. He didn't need Vince at all. That's what I mean. He didn't need to become a Bearcat. He didn't need to become a T-Bar or a fucking a Mace. Or a scrub daddy, or a fucking, a butch. He didn't need to be any of that, man. A dewdrop. Cody went, made himself elsewhere, and then came back, and boom, he's a star. It's not that hard. It's almost like Vince the last 10 years is doing everything he can to internally sabotage that place. Carlos Ray, 10 spot. Carlos says, BC, that Seth Cody brawl was the only highlight of last night's Raw. Unfortunately, lackluster go-home show. Carlos, true, but I'm going to double down, man. It was way worse than lackluster. This was the opposite of an interesting go-home show. This was the most uncreative shit that they could have put out there. And we can't even say this is just once in a blue moon. Every time there's a pay-per-view, we say this about their go-home shows. We say this about every fucking Raw, actually. Let's not lie and say we don't say this every week. But Carlos, not only do I agree, but I'm doubling down on that. William F., another 5 spot. William F. says, completely opposite of... completely opposite board of AEW. Yeah, you guys go back 2 nights ago. Sunday night when we were doing the Double or Nothing, Good, Bad, and Ugly. It was... totally opposite, man. It seemed like everything was going into the good for the most part. And when we do a Monday Night Raw, it's just this company just doesn't get it. It doesn't get it, William F. And it is a completely opposite board. Scooter McGee, 5 spots. Scooter McGee, after roll-ups, BC's worst wrestling nightmare is a promo between Riddle and Doughboy Dawkins. What up, fam? Bro, we want the smoke. Hey, Randy! Scooter McGee hitting all the lines. Scooter McGee, I'll be honest with you, man. If I ever see Doughboy Dawkins and Matt Riddle having a promo together, I'm just going to change the channel or mute it for that segment. There's no way that I could do it. There's no way, bro. Everybody has a limit. Everybody has a line. If I ever get Doughboy Dawkins and Matt Riddle, bro. What up, fam? What up, bro? Do you want the smoke? I don't know. Let me ask Randy. Scooter McGee. Rockstar comment, bro. Jer9 Gaming, 2 spot. Jer9 always... I gotta give Jer9 a proper fucking salute, man. Jer9, before I read that. Much love and respect to Jer9, man. My right-hand man on the channel. Last time IC title was on pay-per-view was Mania 37, Apollo vs. Big E. No way. No way. I mean, I believe you, dude, because your shit is always accurate. The last time the Intercontinental title was on a pay-per-view was WrestleMania 37. Mind you, we're past Mania 38. Oh, there's no doubt he's right because Jer9 Gaming is usually correct. I'm just usually staggered by these numbers that Jer9 gives me. That is insane to even think about, man. Jer9, that's mind-boggling, dude, and I think that's pathetically accurate. Yeah, staggering is the word that I'm using too. Mind-boggling. I knew it was a while. I didn't think it was over a year, dude. Wow. Jesse Borsler, 2-spot. I didn't know it was a go-home show last night. Nobody does. Nobody did. Nobody ever does, Jesse. Jesse Borsler, nobody did. You're not alone. BC kept forgetting, Jesse. BC kept forgetting. So don't even worry about it, bro. I mean, that's what I mean. When I critique this so harshly, it's because it's the opposite of getting your fan base to give a fuck. I'm going to get over to hour number 3 now, guys. Make sure I got all my supers in. My VIPs. Hour number 3 starts off with the Usos versus Matt Riddle and Shinsuke Nakamura in a number 1 contenders match for the tag titles. Wait, what the fuck? Sorry, not sorry. What the fuck did you just say? The Usos versus Riddle and Shinsuke. First of all, to get to a tag title match at a pay-per-view, we have to first already see the match. Does that make any fucking sense to you? To get to a pay-per-view match, especially with a title on the line, we first have to already see the match. Could you imagine before seeing Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart at WrestleMania 12 for the title, could you imagine the Raw beforehand seeing the match first? Or how about Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart 3 times before we got to WrestleMania 12? How about before you got to Shawn Michaels, Steve Austin, WrestleMania 14, we saw the match 3 times first? In fact, for Austin to even get a match with Michaels at WrestleMania 14, he first had to beat Michaels at the Raw 2 weeks previous. You guys would say it's unacceptable, so keep that same enthusiasm. This is unacceptable. Because now we all have to show up to the fucking pay-per-view. Or not show up. I don't know too many people that are even paying the fucking money to go to these shows. But now we're going to watch a match that we've already seen. Because they call this a number 1 contenders match. It wouldn't even matter if there was a label. We're going to get this match 100 times anyway because they don't do pay-per-view builds anymore. They don't do storylines. The storyline is just the wrestlers wrestling each other every single show. When you get to the pay-per-view, you just get the same match. There's never a storyline usually. So you just get this, and that's what's happening. So that's number 1. That's the first fucking biggest issue I have with this. And then on top of that, Riddle just showed up on SmackDown Friday. Friday, he just appears on SmackDown. No reason. He's not a champion, so he's got no business being on SmackDown. He's a Raw guy. Randy Orton's injured. He's gone. So Riddle just concentrate on Raw now. You would think. Nope, he shows up because, again, there is no brand split. Vince is not even trying to hide it anymore. Riddle shows up. He links up with Shinsuke out of nowhere. This is just Friday night, 3 nights previous than last night's Raw. 3 nights before Raw, he shows up out of nowhere on the blue brand, links up with Shinsuke, and here we are 3 nights later, and they're already getting a title opportunity. An opportunity for the title match. Tell me you don't have a tag division without actually telling me you don't have a tag division. That is Vince McMahon literally telling us I have no division, just like the females, only that's even worse somehow. So Riddle's going to go for the match for the titles again. Doesn't matter what brand he's on. Doesn't matter if I'm taking a Raw guy and a SmackDown guy and putting them together again. Doesn't matter. I have nothing else and I don't want to care about this. That's what Vince is telling you. You can say I'm mean all you want. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to sleep like a fucking baby. I'm good. I've always been called an asshole. Out of the fucking womb, I was called an asshole. But I'm accurate. I'm dropping facts right now. This is Vince McMahon telling you he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't want to think about anything. He doesn't want to think about this. He's just thinking about liquidating everything and making even more money off of the streaming service deals and the countries that are giving him tens of millions of dollars and the $1 billion deal from Fox. He's looking at those type of big... We're chump change. We're peanuts. He doesn't give a fuck if you show up to the arena, period. Much less if you buy a $20 t-shirt. They're trying to give that shit away on shop.com. We are peanuts to Vince McMahon. He doesn't give a fuck. He's telling you he doesn't care and he doesn't have the time to give a shit. So he takes Riddle and he takes Shinsuke. And now, as if we haven't seen months of the Usos versus Riddle, just with a different partner, now they just switched out Randy for Shinsuke. Now we're going to see even more matches between these guys. You guys will say, well, BC, why are you so mean about it and so harsh when you critique it? I would ask, why are you so lenient with this company? Why are you letting them off the hook so many fucking times? All the time. That should be unacceptable to you. The only thing we ask for when you watch your favorite television shows, I don't care if it's Stranger Things or Ozark or Breaking Bad or The Sopranos, it could be Grey's Anatomy, Chicago Fire, Seinfeld, it could be Family Matters, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Blossom, Saved by the Bell, Boy Meets World, Smurfs, Rescue Rangers, DuckTales. It doesn't fucking matter. Any show you watch, you want it to make sense. There has to be a storyline trajectory, and you have to be able to have an incoming common sense kind of grid, right? Logic needs to still be at the forefront. Doesn't matter if you're a 7-year-old or a toddler watching a cartoon or a grown-up watching an hour-long drama. You're still going to want common sense and logic. You want to believe in what you're watching. You want it to make sense. We have always gotten that from pro wrestling except for the last 10 years, and it's gotten pretty critically worse year after year the last 10 years. But there is no common sense. There is no logic anymore. But at the bare minimum, when you watch any show, you still watch every episode. You love the show. You can't wait till the next week, right? You have to see the next episode because you love the show. You have to watch the character arcs, and you have to watch the storyline trajectory. With this show, with Monday Night Raw especially, there is no storyline arc. There is no character arc. There's no trajectory for storylines. There's no feuds. There's nothing. So we just get Matt Riddle and the Usos every week, every show. No care. And you're going to get it at another pay-per-view if they want to add that match over to Hell in a Cell. It's the truth, man. I know that's hard to hear because we love pro wrestling. We want to see WWE succeed. We want to see WWE be the World Wrestling Federation that we used to have. It's just not happening, man. This company couldn't give... I mean, this shit just has to stop. It's unacceptable. This company could not give two shits about champions or championships. And that's the truth. The Usos lose via DQ, proving my point. The Usos lost that match via DQ, so Riddle gets another tag title match. We think it's going to be Hell in a Cell. And the Usos lose yet again. They just became unified tag champs. This is the time more than ever to make them feel like they are the best team in the world, and I love teams like the Briscoes. But this is the time to show that the Usos are the real deal. Even with 2 sets of titles, they're still booked like clowns. Usos lose via DQ. Riddle gets another tag title match. The Usos lose again. And post-match, Riddle and Shinsuke destroy the Usos even more. So if the loss wasn't bad enough, insult to injury, we're going to add salt to the wound, and we're just going to beat up the Usos. Way to book your title holders, Vince. Way to book your title holders. This goes into the ugly column. I'm not even going to spend another fucking ounce on that shit, man. That is fucking pathetic. BC, you're a little biased on it, man. You love the Usos. You always say that. So, of course, you want them booked better. I want them booked better because, yes, they're one of the best tag teams in the world. But number 2, they're champions, bro. And not just champions. They have 2 sets of titles. They're unified champs. And they still lose on fucking insignificant shows. In the middle of the shows. They're losing like they're just bitches. I don't see how it's acceptable to anybody who's viewing this review now The hundreds watching this now, I don't see how this is acceptable. And once this review goes up on the channel and the algorithm kicks in and thousands of people will end up clicking on this review, I don't see how it's going to be acceptable to any one of the thousands that end up watching this over the next 24 hours. Anybody hearing these words, I don't see how this is acceptable booking for you. That goes into the ugly column. Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley is next. This is not just a rematch. Are you guys ready for a staggering statistic? Liv's last 10 matches, listen up closely. Liv's last 10 matches since April 30th have all been against Rhea Ripley in some variation. Singles matches, several of them. Tag matches, fatal 3-ways, 4-ways. Her last 10 matches have all been with Rhea Ripley. And now we had the 11th match between them last night, and there's going to be a 12th Sunday, 5 nights away, in a 6-person schmaz match. At the premium event. What is premium about it? It's all rematches. Omos and Lashley, Rollins and Cody, Rhea Ripley and Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan in there again, Usos and Matt Riddle again. What's premium about it? When Sunday goes off the air, when Hell in a Cell goes off the air, Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan since April 30th have wrestled each other 12 times. And you wonder why people are not excited to see the match at the pay-per-view. I can't, in BC, Vince McMahon would love if people like BC are not giving these statistics, but I have to. This is the best review show in the community. You're damn right I'm going to come with facts and numbers and statistics. Morgan defeats Ripley with a backstabber into a fruit roll-up. That's right, they couldn't just let Morgan hit the backstabber and collect the W. No, it had to be with a roll-up, so they make all of us think that she just squeaked by, right? That's what the roll-up is for. Vince doesn't want anybody to think that the other person actually lost fair and square. It was a roll-up, which means they got caught off guard, and they just squeaked by. That's what Vince wants you to think. That's why you see so many fucking roll-ups. Now, I love seeing Morgan get W's because she more than deserves it, and I hate the word deserves. But Morgan deserves the world. She's been fucking with the highest level of momentum than any female I can think of in the last 5-6 months. So Morgan deserves W's, no doubt, and I love seeing it. But I just don't know how many times I can see these same redundant matches, guys. The same fucking matches with these competitors and another fucking roll-up. I'm surprised you guys even have any fruit left from the market to throw into that ring. But apparently you guys have did some heavy-duty shopping this morning. But you can throw the rest of your fruit into the ring because there was another roll-up. Rhea Ripley. And how is that even believable? I mean, at least she did a backstabber beforehand. But Rhea Ripley is a fucking beast, supposedly. Right, that Shayna Baszler we thought that of, too. And Shayna Baszler has the most roll-ups of anybody. Her and Natty Neidhart. So Rhea Ripley just gets her legs held down, guys. I mean, is it so much to ask for just an ounce of fucking creativity? Empty out your fruit, fuck it. I just don't see what this does for the pay-per-view. I don't even know. It's not good, man. It's not. So, once again, you guys are gonna fucking decide this. Should Liv Morgan versus Ripley go into the ugly column? I need at least 100 of you guys to participate. I appreciate it. Let me know what you... It's not going into the good, and I love Liv Morgan. I'm glad she collected a W. How this was done and what this does for the 6-person schmaz at Hell in a Cell between Liv Morgan, AJ Styles, and Finn Balor versus Judgment Day. This match between these two ladies, again, for the 11th time... The 12th time will be Sunday. Since April 30th, this does nothing for that match. So I don't even know how anybody can even think that I was going to put this into the good column. So it's between the bad and the ugly. Should Liv Morgan versus Ripley go into the ugly column? If you guys choose yes, I'm going to put it into the ugly column. If you guys choose no, I'm going to be generous and put it into the bad column. We currently have 80% of you guys saying yes, it should go into the fucking ugly column. Damn. So you guys are like BC. We're not really fucking around today, man. Thank you guys, by the way, man. Almost 350 on the ups as we keep headed toward 400 on the likes. Keep smashing that for the algorithm. Appreciate it. We're about to already hit 100 votes, which is all I need to make this official, this poll question. So we'll let a couple more votes come in. We just hit 100. We are over 80% saying yes. So you're going to fire up a coffee, and then I'm going to end that poll. So I'm going to give you guys one more fucking minute. What should I do here? I'm going to do a... what should I do, man? Do a toffee nut. Do a Starbucks. Starbucks coffee coming up. I got to put another mug over here, man. Yeah, strength amplified, temperature amplified. All right, brew up a fresh coffee. No, you guys are staying over 80%, man. I love it. All right. It's all I need to fucking see, bro. I'm with the amp unit. I'm going to end the poll right there. Well over 100 votes have already been casted. My amp unit has spoken loudly. Over 80% say yes, Morgan and Ripley has to go into the ugly because it did nothing for the pay-per-view. And it added no excitement to the actual show. 6 fucking uglies. I hope you guys are seeing what happens on a Raw. This isn't just saying, oh, we didn't like the show. I'm breaking this show down. We're currently about to end the full 3 hours, and you're seeing us break it down in real time. When I say Raw is bad, this is what I mean. Unreal, man. Anyway, moving on. As my coffee brews, the main event segment was a contract signing between Bobby Lashley and MVP. And Omos. It quickly spiraled into a brawl. Security gets annihilated. Cedric Alexander gets destroyed. I honestly forget he's even on the roster. Cedric Alexander, I forget he's on the roster until Vince McMahon needs to insert him in a Bobby Lashley story. And I use story with quotes. It's not really a storyline. But that's the only time you're going to see Cedric Alexander. If Bobby Lashley needs to beat the fuck out of somebody in a story, you're going to see. Oh yeah, that coffee's ready. You're going to see Cedric Alexander. It doesn't matter if it's fucking Goldberg versus Lashley, Brock Lesnar. You always see Cedric. Now it's Omos. And then Bobby ends up putting Omos through a table, and we end the show like that. A match we've already seen a couple of times at pay-per-views. WrestleMania, I think we saw it at WrestleMania Backlash. A story that is not just, it's not connecting with the crowd. And that's how we ended it. Omos went through a table, so you don't need to see the face do anything more. There's nothing else that can happen in this. You just saw the face put the dude through a table 6 nights before the pay-per-view. What more does your audience need to see the face do now? That's better than another victory. He's already got a victory over Omos. Then he just put him through a table. That's what I mean. They don't think about it, man. The pay-per-view should be the culminating moments. There's no reason that a podcaster, a YouTuber, BC has to think this thing through, this shit. But the suits and ties are not thinking about it. And my other question, why is this ending the show? Why is Bobby Lashley and Omos the best you have in your company? The last visual you have on the go-home show of Raw 6 nights before the pay-per-view is Omos and Lashley. You can't even make this shit up. You know, there was a moment in the promo. I want you guys to go back at some point and check out the promo when Bobby Lashley was cutting a promo with MVP. They were staring across from one another at the table, the contract table. And toward the end of Bobby Lashley's promo, he's supposed to be delivering the line to Omos. I'm going to take you guys straight to hell, or whatever he says. He's supposed to be looking at Omos, but Bobby Lashley's never been really great on the mic, so he's still more comfortable looking at MVP because he works off of him better. So he's delivering the line to MVP, and you watch MVP, he goes like this. MVP goes... He goes like this. On camera. I think he didn't think the red light was on that cam. He thought he was on the main hard cam. But they ended up cutting to the ring cam at that point, and they caught that live where he was looking at Bobby, and he goes, like, dude, look at him and tell him. So Bobby quickly looks over to Omos and finishes the promo. These are things that BC is here for, you guys. This is what I do, man. I pay attention to every detail. This is what makes me the best in the community, man. I let nothing go past. So if you guys ever got a moment, man, check that out. You see MVP tried to kind of hold the hand of Bobby Lashley a little bit. Because Lashley just was not comfortable looking at Omos and cutting that. So he's just like, dude, tell him. What are you doing, man? Stop looking at me. Tell him that shit. And that was the show. No Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans was broadcast big time, man. Marketed, promoted, because it was Memorial Day. She sent out a picture on her social, I believe. And she did something with NASCAR, the Grand Marshal of the weekend. She's got ice packs on her biceps. I don't know if she was training really hard for a match on Monday, because that's what was promoted. But she's got ice packs on her biceps, and she's like, I'm laid up. So it looks like there was an injury to Lacey Evans, and she wasn't able to show up. That pretty much saved us. It was Memorial Day. You know they were going to have a half-an-hour Lacey Evans segment. I mean, you would have had the violins going non-stop, man. We'll probably get another sob story. We'll probably hear about a fucking divorce at some point or some shit. Or one day she was going to the grocery store to get a bundle of bananas. And the manager said, we're all out of bananas. And she had a mental breakdown, and she was probably going to tell us the story for about 5 minutes. One time she was crossing the street, and the white blinking line that says you can cross turned red real quickly, and she almost got ran over, so she's going to spend 10 minutes telling us about the excruciating story about the day she almost died. The car almost hit her. But we would have had a half an hour of Lacey Evans, guys. So I think we got saved, man. You never want to see anybody get fucking injured, by the way. We don't even know if she's injured. She just had ice packs on her biceps. It looked really weird. She gave no information. WWE gave no information. They threw Sasha Banks and Naomi under the bus because they were marketed, but Vince McMahon did them so filthy that they said, fuck this, dude. We ain't gonna be your little fucking bitch boys anymore, your bitch gals. But Lacey Evans, man, they get no explanation of why she's not there. And, that's fine. You're injured. Just go over here. We'll quietly write you off the show. I love how that's the double standard there, bro. Lashley, Omos. What do you guys think? Good, bad, or ugly in the chat, man. Lashley and Omos's segment. I don't know why this finished the show. But we're going to get a rematch of a rematch of a rematch with these two. In 5 nights. I'm seeing some uglies already for Lashley. I'm not even going to poll you guys. I'm just going to do this visually in the chat. You guys are straight up saying ugly. Just one ugly. Some of you guys are saying just give him a couple of fucking uglies. Fuck this show. I mean, I don't want to do my boy Bobby Lashley that dirty, though. You know, I mean, he's going out there and trying. Man, you guys are not fucking having it today, man. You guys are relentless. You guys are fucking not sugarcoating. That's exactly what I love about my amp unit, man. A JR9. I think that's pretty fair, dude. I don't want to do my boy Bobby Lashley filthy, but Vince McMahon already beat me to it anyway, so I'm not. I love Bobby Lashley, but Jared9 Gaming says one ugly for the segment placement and one for the segment itself, because that's supposed to sell a third match at a pay-per-view between those two. A weak promo job and then a fucking table spot. I don't know. Jared9, you might be right, man. Maybe one for placement of Lashley and Omos on the card and for the segment itself. I think that's pretty fair. I mean, we have to make a stand. We have to let this company know that what they're doing is not okay. That last segment gets two uglies. It gets one for the placement. I don't know why that's ending a go-home show to Hell in a Cell, a match we've already seen twice before. So that gets a fucking ugly, the placement. That's 7. And then I'm going to take that 7 down. I'm going to give it an 8. Because the fucking segment didn't do shit to get anybody more excited about Omos and Lashley. It didn't do shit to get us excited for the pay-per-view overall. And it didn't do shit for the actual show. We went off the air and nobody gave a fuck. And we don't know how we just wasted 3 hours of our lives. But, hold on. All right, see? To show that I'm not just an asshole, we're about to put a good for no Lacey Evans. Hey, there you go. No Lacey Evans? That's a good. So when it was all said and done, because we cross out every ugly gets crossed out and it becomes 2 bads. That's why I tell you guys at the beginning of all these good, the bad, and the ugly reviews, stay away from the ugly. All you have to do if you're a promoter and I'm reviewing your show is just book properly. Just put out good shit. If you need a reference, just look at my Double or Nothing AEW review from just 2 nights ago. Just put out good shit. Now, I understand we usually do this only for pay-per-views, but I wanted you guys to see just how bad a Monday Night Raw is. Because we always talk about how bad it is. We always go over the segments. But I wanted you to visually see how bad it is. So if every one of those uglies turn into 2 bads, that means that's 16 bads. 16! That's a real review. I don't give a fuck about anybody else's review. I don't give a fuck if people are putting 19 ups and just a couple downs. And that's not shade to Mr. Simon Miller. But I don't give a fuck if it's closer on anybody else's review or if Simon has 27 ups and just a couple downs. This is a real review. If you're being honest, this is a Monday Night Raw show. Not just more bad than good. A shitload of bad over good. Ugly. Downright ugly. $16-3. And you know the sad part? That's just facts. I'm actually in a really good mood. This is BC just screaming and fucking being, oh, you guys think I'm just angry and I'm fucking harsh and I'm an asshole. I'm in a great mood. This is just me, bruh. I love beating the shit out of the world. I'm always fucking amplified. You're just getting honesty, man. This isn't me and I woke up on the wrong side of the bed and I just fucking shit on the show. If you listen to the full 2 hours of this review, what'd we go, 2 hours? We're about to hit 2 hours in about 9 seconds. That's that, man. By the way, man, headed toward 400 on the ups during the 2 hours. I really do appreciate that. That's going to help the algorithm. In a little bit, when we go off the air live, the algorithm's going to kick in, man. And we're going to have a lot of people are going to be able to see this. Not live, unfortunately, for them, but at least they're going to be able to see this review because you guys helped out. So as we approach 400 already, I appreciate the fuck out of you guys, man. Thank you. That was pretty fair, though, right, guys? For the most part. Maybe not for everybody. Maybe I, upset a lot of people because it's so harsh. But it's pretty fucking fair. Pile driver finisher before I end this stream. 2 hours with my Hamp unit. In the middle of the fucking morning or afternoon, we start this shit, man. And you guys show up. And you just don't show up, man. We rocked. We rocked this fucking stream. Another thank you to all you guys before I end this. You guys are the amplified unit is the best. It's not even close in this community. 5-spot pile driver finisher. Thank you, BC. Another great review. Terrible Raw. Of course, the placement and Bob Lashley and Omos got to deliver better than that. MVP still guiding him, too. No, sir. Pile driver finisher. I appreciate the words, man. I'm glad you enjoyed this stream. I love doing it for you guys. And you guys make this so much fun and keep me coming back, bro. But as far as MVP still guiding Bobby Lashley, you're right. That should not be happening. But if you guys go back to the promo, you watch Bobby Lashley. When he's ending his promo, he's looking at MVP. He should be looking at Omos. That's how they rehearsed it. So MVP is like this. Like telling him, dude, what are you doing? And it catches it on camera. That was kind of cringeworthy to have to watch. To have to watch MVP kind of guide him through promos at this stage in Lashley's career. This is what I mean. If Lashley doesn't have the perfect mouthpiece and he's not going to learn how to cut a really dominant promo, I think Lashley's hands are always going to be kind of tied. Pile driver finisher. Much love and appreciation, dude. Big time. Let me make sure I got everybody. Believe it or not, I was trying to make this a little bit of a quicker stream, guys, but we still went over 2 hours. I think I got everybody. If I missed anybody, guys, I'll get you on the next stream. It just sometimes takes a little bit. Just like I missed a few on the Double or Nothing AEW review. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I missed a few supers, my VIPs. So I got you guys at the start of this review. If you tuned in late and I didn't give you the shout out on Sunday night, go back, check out the first part of this review. You guys got the shout out. So if I missed anybody, man, I'll get you right back. So for now, guys, BC is going to sign off. I got a lot of shit to do, a lot of traveling, a lot of ass to kick. Until next time. Not sure exactly when that's going to be because I'm actually, I've been invited out to Florida to check the screening for the new Jurassic, I still call it Jurassic Park, maybe it's Jurassic World, but there's a new Jurassic Park movie. I've been invited out to a screening, so I don't even know if I'm going to be able to cut the AEW Dynamite review this week. We'll see. Maybe I could do an audio format only from Florida. I don't know. But I'll try to get back to you guys as soon as I can. But I've been invited out by the fine people at Universal to take part in a screening and give my thoughts on it. So, you know, BC, I'm a harsh critic, but I'm fair. So they called upon the right person. So now BC's going over to the movies. And I'm going to start shredding movies if they don't equal my my fucking good liking. Thank you guys, man. Yeah, it's pretty cool that Universal's inviting me out to stuff like that. So that should be interesting. So until I talk to you guys next time, man, thank you so much for another amazing stream. You guys make this so much fun. And guarantee another one in the future. That's Monday Night Raw, 16-3. Until next time, think, be, live, amplified. Oh, hold up. Time out. Derek Fleming Jr. I got to give my super VIP some love up in here, man. Derek Fleming Jr., I caught you, dude. 199. BC Stranger Things was nuts. Wow. Well, hold up, Derek. I only saw the first 2 so far. Or no, 3 now, right? Well, I didn't end it all yet, Derek Fleming Jr. But I know. I got to screen the first 2 episodes. So I know how crazy it is already, man. It sounds like you already finished it off. I can't fucking wait. And the Duffer Brothers, Derek Fleming Jr., the Duffer Brothers have already pretty much all but confirmed that there is a season 5. So I'm looking forward to finishing this one off. Derek Fleming Jr., I can't wait to get the rest of those episodes in. And they're long. There's 2 left, too. This is the last 2 episodes of Stranger Things will be next month, around July 4th. And the last episode is over 2.5 hours long. That's longer than any movie. So we got some more Stranger Things for this season, too, Derek Fleming Jr. Appreciate it, dude. All right, BC's out now, man. Let me give one more last salute for this stream. Oh, I love that mug. Check that mug out, bro. Love it. Salute to you guys, man. Did I end that last fucking poll, by the way? Oh, I ended that. Okay. All right, salute, guys. I just had to make sure I was fucking tidy up, man. I lost the middle screen. Much love, guys, man. Santivia, James, Gregory, Renee, James. Yeah, I got James Shrimp Fade. JR9, you know it, man. JR9, I still can't believe that IC title line you gave me, dude. The IC title hasn't been defended since Mania 37. What the on pay-per-view? What the fuck? Pimp Jesus, Pile Driver, Janelle, Sir Charles, Darren, Maria Applewhite, Mr. Black Ice 22, Kaya, Carlos Ray. If you're still up in here, I think you had to check out a little earlier. Sir Charles, I think I got. Nick, Enforcer, Deontay, Iman, Renee G. All my amp unit. War Dog's still up in here. War Dog. Trev Reigns, the Tribal God. William F, absolutely. The fourth one. I'm on a delay, but basically you got my entire unit, all right? Macau, Tembi. Every one of you guys. I'll be here another fucking hour doing a roll call. My full amp unit. Dave Mealy, I know you're working, man, but you were the first super chat when I put this teaser up last night. So Dave, much love and respect as well. Osia Weidman, I don't know if you're still up in here. Much love and respect. Yeah, I'll be here another fucking hour. Pile Driver, all you guys, man. Okay, I'm out. Sasha's like giving you guys don't see it. Sasha's over there like, BC, what are you doing? Wrap it up, bro. Wrap it up, BC. All right, Sasha, hit my motherfucking music. Too funny. That was great. She's like, wrap that shit up, bitch. You ain't paying me by the hour, motherfucker. Check you guys, man. Salute.